No, for what it's worth, I very much know that I'm currently unmuted, currently recording. I started a bit just because I gotta get kind of prepped before I can even go into detail of what absurdity I'm gonna have to do with this specific episode. And also, this is probably gonna be a bad idea with some of the parts, or at least some of the things I'm gonna have to do as a result. There is a point to it, though. Trust me, there is going to be a point to all this. Actually, you know what? That should be fine. So, let me get to the specific place where I need to be, and then I will go into more detail of what's going to happen. Welcome to what's going to be the most redundant shit show of a video that you guys have probably seen. And the reason why that I say that is, like I made mention during the last session, well, not last session, but should I say last game, I wanted to go to the extent to complete as close to 100% as possible for the original Paper Mario series. Unfortunately, due to, I still don't know what the reason for, whether it be actually a glitch, like one of the star pieces were missing, or that what was that much of an idiot just completely missed a star piece, I couldn't necessarily 100% complete the game. So, I got as close to 100 as possible. And keeping that in mind, that also includes today's redundancy. I'm level 29. If you guys saw before when I tried to pull up the other save file I had in order to identify some of the content that I'm missing, I'm definitely much higher of a level than that in my highest save file, where the playtime is already maximized all the way up. So here's the point of this. There's this episode that's currently going to be recording right now, and one more episode. That final episode is going to be the entire last journey of Pit of 100 Trials. I'm not going to do the Pit of 100 Trials until I complete something that I have not done with this game and I intend to plan on doing. That is getting myself all the way to maximum level. Well, should I say? Because here's the thing. This is all specifically about mathematics, actually. I'll be able to go into more detail with it, mathematically speaking, once I actually bring up the first encounter. So here's what we're going to do at this specific point, right here. I have a timer set. This is more than likely going to take me more than one day to do, but we're going to start the timer now, and I'm going to try to be as quick as possible with this, to get as many levels as possible. And once I get to the specific encounter, I'll kind of go into more detail explaining why some of this may not actually be possible for what I initially was intending to do. As if we actually get this encounter so far, so... Okay. So here's the first part of this whole redundancy thing I was talking about. With this timer still going active, we're 11 minutes into this session. Well, 11 minutes into this timer setup. And we only just now found an Amazing Daisy. So, these might just be pretty shit odds, but if the odds are still stacked in the same way, where every 10 minutes I'd find one, that means I would get 6 every hour. The reason why this is a problem is because of the second issue. Also, that's going to fall over as soon as I do this. The second issue that we've got is going to be actually regarding the number of star points that I get. So I got 39 star points. Every level that Mario goes up, the amount of star points decreases by 1 for each character. So keeping that in perspective means officially we have to do a small bit of work. Also, audience is now 20 audience wide. Well, not 20, 200. So, let's factor this in real quick. Just humor me a moment. Right now, we're at level 30. We should get to a decent page to do this. Okay, so we're at level 30. At level 29, I got 39 star points from that fight. Meaning at 30, it'd be 38 points that I get. So every time that it would go up 1, that would go down by 1. So say hypothetically then 31, I'd get 37, 32, I'd get 36, 33, I'd get 35, so on and so forth. So first part of this redundancy becomes when I hit the stage of it only giving me 1 star point per encounter. And that happens once Mario reaches, just working on writing up math. So if I did this math right, when Mario reaches level 67, the Amazing Daisies only give me 1 star point. I'm going to pause the timer real quick because I'm not on the search yet. Now the reason why this seems redundant with trying to get Mario maxed out is with the research I did, I don't remember if I said this in the beginning, the highest level Mario can go is 100. And you see where the problem lies. If Mario gets only 1 star point once he hits level 67, then at that point there's no point in fighting Amazing Daisies. Because at that point with it, you can just fight any other set of monsters and you just get 1 star point each. At that point you may as well max out your timer. Well, your time played on the game. At that point with it, you're not making any progress. You're not going to make that much progress with it anyways. So, what exactly are we shooting for on this, then? If that's the case, where level 100 is actually what's considered the max level. What I'm going to be shooting for on this is essentially getting Mario too close of what I would consider to be maxed in level. And that actually would be level 50. Now, obviously, it's not really truly the case because we've already determined that the next level is level 100. But here's why I say it would be level 50. The highest level you can get to with Paper Mario is 25. So it would kind of make sense that the sequel, the highest level you can get is potentially 50. Even though it turns out that's not really the case. But we're still going to treat it as such anyways. The reason why it matters is because at least 50 is a comfortable level where I'm not just doing a bunch of pointless, useless stuff. At level 50, we're getting 18 experience points per area with the Amazing Daisy. And keeping that in mind, what that also means actually is our end up level when we go to the Pit of 100 Trials is actually going to be level 49. Once we hit level 49, we'll completely stop, and that'll allow us to then actually go to the Pit of 100 Trials. And the reason why I want to do this specifically like that goes again to the point of what I was talking about of as close to 100% completing as I could. I'm not going to get to level 100. There are some people that probably definitely could get to level 100. They probably have a lot of designated time just playing this on their own. But there's no way with recording sessions I'm going to get this to level 100. I'm going to do the best that I can to be the next best thing with it. And what would at least satisfy me with it. Because for one, I never got to level 50 to begin with on my most completed file. So I would already be beating my previous set of parameters that I set out before. But for two, at least to showcase the fact of what happens when you do try to go to the Pit of 100 Trials at that high of a level. I mean, you go to the Pit of 100 Trials at that level, there's no way you really should be losing at all. Just saying. So, we're going to start this back up. And we'll cut back through once we actually get to the next encounter. I also just realized I have to put my boner away. Oh. Of course, now I get lucky with it. I did forget one more part. So for why I did the fortune. There is one thing that'll help us out in the process. I'm trying to gain as many star points as possible. As the fortune, it doubles the amount of star points we get. Every instance where that happens, that helps us out a lot. See? 38. We're level 30, I got to level 38. I'm not just talking out of my ass here. Okay. There she got lucky with it. And it seems like the location that I keep finding the Amazing Daisy keeps being the same spot. I don't know if it's just coincidental, but it just seems to be going in that direction. That guy was trying to throw a bone at me, wasn't he? See the bone in its hand. Okay, don't ask me how I'm getting these back to back. Because I don't have an answer for you on how that's happening. Shit. Well, this is gonna run away. That's fucking annoying. I was just trying to see specifically if there was any ability that Mario had. Well, any ability that any of my characters had, actually. I'm gonna pause this real quick. That resulted in me specifically being able to actually paralyze my enemy. So for the sake of it, I'm gonna try something real quick that might help out my chances. So I'll cut back when I'm actually at the spot I need to try out for. So let me check something else. Was this here where I saw it? It was. did boost my badge points, actually. So I'm going to try something on this. I'm going to pick a random enemy when I do it, too. But we're going to see how much extra damage that this Power Smash does with 3 more badges. 16 flower points. How much damage is this doing? That'd be enough to do it. So now this strategy works out a little bit better. Flower point badge, essentially, well, flower point usage from those badges, essentially allowing me to go through and to inflict a lot of damage just on one. All I honestly need to do is get my badge points up enough to probably go back and actually purchase a badge that I sold, which actually reduces flower points. It's a lot of figuring out possibilities of stuff that could or could not work. By me also doing what I've been doing with this gives me multiple means of actually inflicting damage. So we have the option of using the flower points, the Power Smash that's been amplified by a lot, or use the star points. Both of them have their own specific limits, but only one of them can actually be increased. So depending on how this plays out, there's multiple ways I can go about it. If I wanted to get heart points and flower points both to 100, it is possible, and then when I hit level 50, or at least in this case 49, the badge points will be 9 more than this, so 36. Okay, so it appeared in a different area, but it's the same formation. 2 regular, 1 amazing. Alright. Boosting flower points real quick. I probably actually might max out my flower points first when I do this to 100. Thank you. That was very nice. So one of my theories specifically just kind of got a little bit shot out of the water slightly. Because based on the mathematics of stuff, with me being at level 32, that was supposed to give me only 36 star points. So it's possible that something plateaus out. That's a great combination. See. Once again. About time. Start to drop again. Onto that. Here's what we're going to do on this. This is essentially my stopping right now at this current second. So essentially what's going to end up happening is we're going to pick this up. We're going to let this one, yeah, that's pretty much going to, well, stopwatch, should I say, scratch it. Progress we've made so far on 4 levels, a span of 1 hour. So this is possible getting to level 50, but it's definitely going to be a very tedious road. It's going to take multiple days, and very much may be the reason why this gets delayed for an upload. We'll see what happens. Will have been October 27th. It starts up in session, which means, yes, unfortunately, the process of missing deadline. To be fair, once again, I just have to take care of first because job. So, clock is ticking, trying to get ourselves. This really is just a post. Like, hey, let's see if I can get that right now. So I had a thought, and what if every level it goes up or down by 5 essentially? So try to explain it. That's interesting. So originally I made the statement specifically that the star points would decrease by 1 each time. It actually seems like it would be 2 levels. So 2 levels instead of the star points. It's what it seems like. So you had 37 points. 6. So we'll see how this plays out if the pattern is wrong. This is the type of thing that's almost like a live stream. It's like that.